Over these past episodes, we've assembled the CE methodology piece by piece. Now it's time to step back and see what it all builds towards. A serious effort to solve one of the most fundamental tensions in all of cognitive science. Our field is stretched between two competing ideals. On one side, there's explanation. This is the quest for a transparent, mechanistic understanding of the mind. We want a model we can read like a blueprint, one built from comprehensible parts that show us how cognition actually works. On the other side, there's prediction. This is the drive for pure forecasting power. The goal is accuracy, a model that can anticipate human behavior flawlessly, even if its internal workings are a complete mystery. And here's the central conflict. These two ideals are almost always locked in a trade-off. It's like choosing between a silent oracle that predicts the future but won't explain it, and a detailed blueprint that explains everything but can't tell you what will happen next. For decades, we've been forced to choose the blueprint or the oracle. Let's make this painfully concrete with face recognition. The oracle, deep neural networks. They are stunningly accurate, even surpassing humans at identifying faces. But they are complete black boxes. We can't peer inside to understand the how. We just get the answer. The blueprint, psychological theories of face processing. They offer clear, interpretable stories, like whether we process features or configurations. But these stories often fail to predict the complex, nuanced reality of human behavior. So the choice has been, do you want to be right or do you want to understand? You couldn't have both. So how do we build a bridge between these two worlds? Let's imagine them as two independent dimensions. On one axis, we have predictive power. On the other, explanatory interpretability, how human-readable the model is, often related to its parsimony. That means the number of parameters. It's not a perfect measure, but it's a useful proxy. The dream is to land in the top right corner, a model that is both highly predictive and deeply interpretable. While this perfect combo is the holy grail, essentially unachievable, even approximations of it are immensely valuable. Now, there's been a huge push in AI to build interpretability into their black box models, to build a bridge from the oracle toward the blueprint. But from our side in psychology, there's been very little movement from the blueprint toward the oracle. We've stayed in our lane. The CE approach can be seen as an attempt to help build that bridge from our side. You might be wondering, why would this work? You've told me CE is for precise and broad studies. How does that connect to closing the explanation-prediction gap? The answer is this. We have assumed that the immense complexity of neural networks is essential for accurate prediction. But what if it isn't? Perhaps we simply haven't tried making our psychological models more sophisticated. A slightly more complex model might be all that is needed to achieve far greater predictive accuracy. And this is precisely what CE is designed for. Our case study model is the living proof that this bridge can be built. Look at the numbers. It uses just 57 parameters and is fully interpretable. You can trace every mechanism, yet it achieves superior predictive accuracy compared to a benchmark neural network with 30,796 parameters. This success stands on the shoulders of 2 decades of prior research that identified the core puzzles. But it proves the unique power of the CE approach. It can synthesize those fragments into a single, coherent, and complete model that doesn't force you to choose between explanation and prediction. Now, is this perfect balance always attainable? Not yet. This case is an exceptional success. Other CE models get close, typically achieving 70% of this predictive gap, with a minimum of 50% in the most difficult cases. But this is the crucial point. The approach is viable. This isn't a dead end. It's a promising path that proves a better balance is an achievable reality. So what makes this balance possible? It's the entire CE package working together. The large data set and quantitative modeling are the obvious ingredients. But the secret sauce is exploratory, iterative model building. To see why, imagine using other methods on our data. Traditional confirmatory analysis. As we can imagine, this would shatter our integrated theory into a handful of isolated, statistically significant but theoretically disconnected fragments. Interpretable? Yes. Predictively powerful? No. Pure neural networks. We could max out prediction, but we'd be left with a black box. We'd gain an oracle and lose the blueprint entirely. In summary, traditional methods and neural networks force a choice between prediction and explanation. CE's exploratory process, testing thousands of hypotheses, enables us to build models that grow increasingly accurate while remaining interpretable at every step. After so many episodes diagnosing deep problems, this one carries an optimistic message. The chasm between explanation and prediction is not unconquerable. A valuable approximation of that holy grail is within reach, and we don't have to wait for AI to solve it for us. We can start building the bridge from our side, from the world of theory and explanation. Perhaps one day we'll meet in the middle. But building this future can't be a solo effort. It requires a new kind of science. Next time, we'll examine how to conduct large-scale collaborative CE projects, a crucial next step for this entire approach. See you then.